All right, Jeremy. How's it going, Jeremy? So I have here Jeremy and myself, and then we have a special guest, George Paredes. Hope I said
Ooh, yes.
that right.
George. How's it going, George?
It's all right, Jeremy. Thank you for having me. Thanks, Mark Anthony. Thank you for having me as well.
Awesome. So tell us a little about it, George, what you do these days.
Just enjoying life, just learning. Similar sharing. The I guess the quote unquote struggles of being a full time real estate investor. And I know you're Jeremy. You're feeling it. I don't know if you had past experience with other jobs or other ventures you had before, and yeah, just learning to be what do you call it? Be comfortable being uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Ooh, I remember that actually. I think there was a time that me and Jeremy mentioned that too. Getting comfortable being uncomfortable. I think that was like what, 3 weeks ago, Jeremy, or something?
Yeah, we are talking about
Gotcha.
that actually.
Yeah, we were just talking about that. That's so cool that you brought that up, George. Uh, that's awesome. So you're in real estate right now, right? You say you're investor?
Yes, Mark. But now I can say about 2 years. 2 years a real estate investor, a little bit over a year in the sub two community, and finally took me about a year to get over myself, my ego, the humbleness of being humble and learning that it's less about me and more about we, to the sense.
Mm.
And yeah, yes, sir.
So I got a question, George. So how did that journey start for you? Like how did you come upon getting into real estate or like tell us a little bit more about that?
Okay, Jeremy. At least when I guess a year before I left the post office, I kind of had like a rut. Like, man, there's got to be more because at the post office, being there for 7 years, it was a pretty good job. I love being happy and stuff, and it seemed like it was like a negative environment. So like, man, why are you so happy? I'm like, why not? I mean, I was getting about $30 an hour, which at that time I thought was pretty good. And these older people, they're probably getting 50, 60, and they're like, "Arr." Like not really enjoying their life. To where is this gonna be it? Do I have to do this for about 20 years in order for me to get a nice pension and stuff like that? To where realizing it's not really about the money. It's like kind of I guess finding your purpose.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, and so by reading, like I guess a lot of people say Rich Dad Poor Dad, but for me it's a book I share with Mark Anthony, the Untethered Soul, to where it's the basic concept of it, I guess, is like, who are you? I'm Jeremy. No, who are you? I'm from College Station. No, how deep? Going real deep to at the end of the day, you're just in this vessel, enjoying life and not taking life so seriously and not letting things affect you so harshly like we sometimes do.
Okay.
hmm
That's
So
And
awesome.
yeah, oh, thank you.
so it's something I'm sure me and Mark you hit a little bit on. I'm sure Mark wants to know this question. So what is your purpose?
That took a long time to figure it out, Jeremy. Like I say, it's once I figured out getting out of my ego, but my purpose is just
Oops. I think we lost him there for a second.
sorry about that. Yeah, just to help as many people as I can, and just try to bring joy in their life. And but in this sense, it's real estate, and by doing that, it's figuring out just what are they trying to accomplish as far as when I am reaching out to them, whether it be a pre foreclosure or on market deal or on market property, just trying to solve their problem and to provide that solution to them, whether it be with me or with the guidance that I gave them, and leaving them with a sense that they know a little bit more than they did before speaking with me.
Nice. So sound like for a purpose, I guess you're trying to leave like a legacy, pretty much, right?
Yeah, just a legacy of man. There's so much darkness out here in the world, and basically by leaving the post office, guys, I realized it got me closer to what I got on my shirt, Lakewood Church, to where in my life I never really had that faith in my life, to where my parents, nothing against them, but they just did the best they could with what they had, and it's forgiving them for that. But because I'm here because of them. but also realizing I have to do my own thing to where I can't less about pleasing people and like pleasing myself or first, putting God first and just being his extension each and every day and, trying to help out as many people as I can in that sense.
I love that you mentioned that because like, you know, all of us like what we all come from from family, right? From our parents. Like a lot of us might have both of our parents, which is one of them, in the picture. And whichever one it is, like you grow up in that, right? You grow up in that environment. And that same thing with school as well. You grow up in that public school environment. It's the same thing as you are who you surround yourself with. So it's hard to break that. So when you're trying to pursue your goals, your purpose, and what you're trying to accomplish, whether it's in real estate investing, whether starting another business or a side gig, whatever it is, it's like it's hard to do those things whenever you come from that environment. And it's like it becomes uncomfortable because you're still stuck in that comfort zone. You're still stuck of what everyone else is doing, meaning, hey, it's Friday, it means go out and have party, or it's weekend, it means don't work. Like, no, it's not like that. It's like it's heartbreaking that too. It's hard getting out of that comfort. And it's like you mentioned earlier, it's like getting comfortable, of being uncomfortable. At first, it might not feel right, like it's not you. It's like it's different, but because of what you're already what you're used to, what your environment is. So when you're breaking that, and as you continuing on, you'll start realizing, like, man, like this is different. This is new. It gets scary. Just all this is just brand new. But then when you push through, you start learning more things. You start meeting new people. It's great friends. It's amazing. So I know this. That's what this is telling me because like I've been through it. We all been through it, right?
Right.
And I realized that other people are telling me the same thing, like, "Oh, Mark, I'm so used to doing it this way." Well, there's a reason why. It's good being comfortable. It's very easy.
Right.
Just going to a regular 9 to 5 and just living it like that, and then Fridays partying or going on vacation, doing all that stuff, doing what everyone else is doing, right?
Right.
Um, but I love how you overcame that, and then look at you now. Now you're a real estate investor. You're meeting new people. You're building relationships. You love helping people. And I love that, and I resonate with that too as well. Like it's like you mentioned, it's like darkness in the world, right? And it's like you're shining your light upon others, and that's one of the things that I've always said too. Like I want to shine my upon a lot of others. I want to help others. And I love that you mentioned it because we resonate in that. Like it's amazing.
Exactly.
It's like just pushing through, leaving a legacy, helping others, and just enjoying the journey, pretty much.
Right. Exactly. And it's like more learning. It's not about the money, guys. It's more like say it's and I had this little phrase stuck, and I've been saying it this past Thursday, where I went to a couple real estate events to where I realized that it's success. You're not determined by the money. The money doesn't make the success. The money is a byproduct of the success, and success is a byproduct of the service you render. And like we're all in sub two, and that's kind of like the key thing to being of service, rendering service and making my personal problem smaller. Because at the end of the day, sometimes I may solve that problem by helping you, by helping somebody else, and learning that way to where it's not about me, it's more about the whole, the whole we, a community, whether it's real estate or outside of real estate, and just people you interact with on a daily basis.
Man, I love that. I love what you just said. That can you repeat that one more time about it's not about the money? Explain one more time on that one. That was really good.
No problem, man. The your success, your money doesn't determine your success. Your money is a byproduct of success, and success is a byproduct of the service you render each and every day. Where it's waking up, whether not necessarily have to say God or whatever higher power you believe in is giving, giving all thanks to that. Then another thing I learned with Mark, I told him another thing that stuck in my head. Before you can be a leader, you need to learn how to be a servant to God, a servant to your wife, a servant to your husband, a servant to your kids, and a servant to that small community that looks upon you. And it's about leadership. It's not that what do you call that role? I'm the leader. No, man, Jeremy, I think you can do this. I think you can close this. You think so? Man, go for it, bro. Go, you got it. And then it's like giving you that power,
Hmm.
and it's just exciting to see that.
Wow, that was amazing. I love that. I love that. Right, Mark? That was that was a gold nugget right there.
Yeah, great thing you guys to repeat that one. That was great. Oh
Thank you.
man. Also, I'm definitely gonna come back to this and hear that again.
For sure.
Yeah.
Awesome. You know, Joe, like you mentioned it was it 2 years ago or 3 years ago
Two,
that you
two.
started 2 years? Okay, so it's been 2 years. I think for me was it 3 years, I think for me. I think
Mm.
Jeremy was similar as well to get
Uh,
into running
about a year. It's been about a
a year.
year. Yeah, a
A year.
little. Yeah.
Wow. It's awesome. And just look at us now, like it's cool seeing that.
Exactly. I like how you said that, Mark, because it's like when me getting to be with you as for our accountability meetings every Sunday. So it seems like when I'm going through a struggle, it's like you reply with, "Oh man, I've been through that." So where it goes back to that phrase, like we're just in different chapters in our life, to where it's being having the humbleness and getting the ego out the way. Oh yeah, man, George, I've been through that, and then you influence me on that sense to where I'm able to help out others too, with being within the power hour and how it started, and Jeremy taking that action, that initiative to drive all the way from College Station, damn near every Saturday and make that trip, and just see that vision where it started from Rudy's barbecue every Saturday to now we people want us to be in their places on Saturdays, and being able to show these newer people coming in, whether they're inside sub two or outside, that hey guys, we're here. We have certified closers, and I got this guy here. He's there too to help out as much as he can, and having the humbleness to give that those words of wisdom to these people that we run into every day.
I appreciate that, George. I really appreciate the compliment. Something I do want to touch on what you just said, and I think it's really important because I've heard this myself, is you just touched on, and maybe you can go a little bit more in detail on this, is that like you just said, like sometimes you're just a couple chapters ahead. So that means you can reach back and you can help those people and speed up that process. You
Right,
want to tell a little bit more on how you kind of, I see you doing that a lot. I see you helping out a lot of people, and you want to just
right.
go a little bit more into that.
Yeah. As far as in the real estate investing realm, Jeremy, it's more like wow, man, you come in, especially at these different mentorships, to where you think by getting into the mentorship that's the key, but at the
Yeah.
end of the day, you have to take the action. You have to fail forward. You have to fall off that bike, fall off the horse a couple of times, and then I may be right there. Hey, man, get up, bro. Don't worry, man. I fell 20 times. Man, my butt kind of hurts, but I got it like kind of calluses from that. But learning that it's all right, keep pushing, keep getting stronger, and trying to like say alleviate that power that learning curve to where like bro, don't buy a VA, join a team, find out what you can need and be more clear on what you want. It took me a while, like, oh man, I want real estate, I want money. Okay, how much? I want this amount. Okay, how are you gonna get that amount? What do you need to do? And then writing that down and like treating this journey or this path like a business. So where it took me a while to learn that, Jeremy, like the whole quarter and setting quarters and setting monthly goals and then daily goals, to where every day you're getting better at that in that sense, and being around the right people. It took me a while to get find a Mark Anthony and find a Jeremy, to where yesterday when you guys were asking me about sub two, how sometimes it does feel like you're like a ninth grade freshman, and you got Jeff Smith over there in his Letterman jacket and Monique with mustache. Like, man, how they allow mustaches in school? But he's got it. He's rocking it. He's got his crew. And
Yeah.
sometimes you feel alienated. Like, where do I go? They already have a closer. They already have a sales team. They already have this. To where it's like just being able to see the newer people like reach out. Hey, I need some help. It's like, what do you need help with? Do you need help changing a tire? You need to be more specific on what you want. And I guess that if I answered the question,
Oh, it
hopefully I
did.
did.
Awesome. So George, like before we wrap this up, like what would you recommend to everyone who I guess who are trying to get into real estate investing or anything real estate in general? Like what would you recommend them?
Obviously, don't the beauty of our mentorship guys, and you can attest to this. Paige gives so much free information to where it's at the end they just taking action. Watch one video, oh man, then watch another one. Okay, I'll take that action next video. By the time it's 9 o'clock, like bro, who you gonna call? You watch so many videos, you know what to do. At the end of the day, it's like say trying not to make it about yourself, but like say, what are you doing this for? And learning that it's about you failing forward and learning from it and being around the right people that can help you and being able to be open enough to, hey George, do you mind listening to my call while we're here? Yeah, I'm free. Let me see, because what I can get out of that is I get to learn, because I'm actually listening to myself like, oh crap, I didn't, man, Mark, you're so smooth on that line, man. I gotta write that down too. To where it's in school it's a bad thing where they taught us cheating is bad. So where out here it's not, it's good. If Mark Anthony has a line or Jeremy has a certain way he talks to people, like, let me use that in my repertoire. To where it's like, oh man, now I'm getting better, and like they just sharing knowledge and not being not hoarding it. Like money, oh I got all this money, what am I gonna do? No, just go out there, have fun, meet people. Your network is your net worth, and about I love JJ. JJ Zine has this one phrase. He says, chase the relationship, don't chase the deal.
That's
Man,
awesome.
I love that.
That was good. That was really good. Before we wrap it up and stuff like that, any current projects that you're currently like working on, or anything you want to tell us about?
Sure. Like I said, it took me about a year. In May, when I joined the team, I started closing for that team. But unfortunately, things happened, and I left them. But I left with so much knowledge and so much confidence that right now I'm currently, I think I'm set to close. I'm closing on one deal next week, and I should have two contracts this week. So yeah, just primarily concentrating on wholesaling, Jeremy, signing contracts, and also helping a couple students from Sub Two that reached out to me. And I feel so happy because this one guy, he's doing direct to agent. So I'm listening and talking. I tell him, hey, said that, introduction, upfront contract, have that confidence, and he's able to take that feedback from me. And I can tell he gets mad, and I'm like, oh man, nah, just let him go, let him take it. And I think we probably failed like three times, and not really failing. Three contracts we thought were gonna go through, but actually this one went through. So I felt so happy when I called him after power hour. He was working. He's like, hey, Ricardo, we got that deal, man. They signed it. He was so happy, like, and that I love that joy. It's like, not even worried about the money part. It's just being able to share that emotion, or that gratitude. Like, wow, that it does really work. Just having that patience and giving that person that power to be able to do what they can do.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Do you have anything else, Mark?
No, that's all. Just I'm gonna say thank you, George, for hopping on, and I look forward to seeing more of your journey, your success, and yeah, I'm glad that I'm part of it. I'm glad that I know you, and again, I appreciate you a lot.
Yeah.
Likewise, bro. You too,
Oh.
Jeremy. I'm just jealous of your beard. I'm at 43. I think I gave up on that, so I just have my little chinny chin chin.
Two things before you go, George. Where can people find you at?
Find me find me on Facebook, George Paredes. By Instagram, Mister By Your Home, and I'm slowly starting a little YouTube page where it's primarily based around real estate, mindset, and faith. And I'm learning how to like diversify those three columns, but those are the main things that I believe what I concentrate on. On YouTube, my name just with the George Paredes on YouTube. And yeah, guys, I'm trying to keep up with Mark as far as the foreclosure king in Houston, and that's
Yep.
one of my main targets that I can help out. And obviously, I'm surrounded. I got a close knit to him, so I'm able to get any gems that he may have for me, since he's having that he's holding up on that. I guess he's giving me a chance to kind of catch up to him as far as the foreclosures.
That's awesome. Amazing. Amazing. I think that's all I have, Mark. Do you have anything? You good?
No, that's it. Thank you so much, George, again, and then I'll see you on the next one.
Thank you,
All
George.
right, all right. See you guys. Thank you very
Yep.
much.
See you.
All right.